Hey guys, I'm back. Hope you're cool. Sorry about what happened. It's never happened before. I don't know what caused it. I don't know why my stuff just suddenly froze. My output suddenly froze, and I did everything to kick it back up without having to restart things, but it would not come back no matter what I did. So I'm just gonna check a few, see if this is caught up. Make sure it's keeping track. Looks like it's keeping track this time. Apologies again, guys. I do try to ensure that I keep track of what goes on the back end. Apologies for that. I have no idea why it decided to stop working. No idea whatsoever. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing this time. And yeah, I'm just keeping track of it, and it seems to be working this time. So I need to finish this off for you guys. You know that I'm not here to play around. I actually enjoy doing these streams for you guys to watch, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. And just in case you don't know who I am, you're just joining me. This is Yazat. I'm an author, and I do art pieces, and I write, and I have all this stuff on my website, which is yazat.me. Feel free to go on there to see what you like. Please don't forget to also follow me, and don't forget to send a chat. So basically, I'm going to continue this piece. I believe I was concluded with removing what I didn't want in terms of my line art. I'm somewhat happy with where things are at the moment. I'm going to try and see if I can finish off my drawing. Yeah, it could be crossing his legs. Okay, I'm somewhat happy with that. So she's wearing a skirt today. Right, so no, we're not. Let's draw a fish rod. Will be massive. Yeah, that's about right. Because I did a few about details. Um, Actually, when you do rain boots, pockets a bit different. There you go. Just making sure the stream is going. So apologies. It's silent on that. I believe this may have moved somewhat. Not sure why. Hmm. Yeah, this would be a better position to be in. That looks about right. So only thing left now is their faces. There's more erasures, and we're pretty much good to start rendering this scene. Not rendering. I want to block it first, but blocking this kind of scene. When it comes to scenery, blocking is a fairly straightforward process for me, anyway. So just fill everything with light gray. No rocket science. Right, so I'm racing. That's another one. So when it comes to when I'm going to render, I'll be able to find it an easier job to do. The rendering parts. Right, so guys, um, let's see. That is story time. Not really story time. You guys have anything you want to talk about? I think is is cool and decent. Let me know in the chat. I always have a lot to talk about. I tend to focus more on the art side of things when I'm here, so you guys can have a great time. I know how I roll. It's a place of truth, right? It's a place that God made. So yeah, today I'm just talking about other things. What movies you guys like? What movies do you guys watch? You guys like breakdowns? Um, I have done breakdowns before, and I know how good I am at breakdowns. To be fair, I did watch a movie recently called, I think, like a few days ago, called "Boy Kills World" or something. So, movie was what I expected it to be. If any of you have watched it, you can put in the chat. I think it's a great movie. I think that movie should deserve to have made far more money than it did in the box office. Even though obviously, like, and the movie is 18. 18 is like kind of beyond the R-rated. R-rated in the UK, certain place in the world is like 15. So when you go 18, 18 is like super niche. It's very hard to get people in there to watch. If they did, probably they may have gotten more viewers. But having said that, a lot of 18 movies that did well, even though they were non-conventional, and they were not what people expected. Just like The Exorcist, I think The Exorcist did very, very well. Not that I'm vouching for the movie, but my point is that basically just because the movie is 18 doesn't mean it can't make money. And the director has a vision, right? And you know that for him to pull that vision off, he has to do certain things. And that's I like movies like that because they are like an art project. They are something that is not for everybody. And I love stuff like that because now you know that this guy is just being, artistic. He's not trying to curry to the to he's not trying to curry favor with anyone. He's just being an artist. And that's what we can that's more than all that's more than what a lot of us can ask for, right? It's a very simple storyline, and if you haven't watched it, I won't spoil it for you. So I want to mute. Yeah, basically, I actually didn't know it was actually Bill Skarsgård that actually did the movie as well. The guy was so good in the movie that I had no idea it was actually him. But that obviously it makes sense because if you look at how the guy does his acting, the guy is like undercover method actor because he doesn't really tout too much about how much of a method actor he is. But if you look at all the movies he does, he literally like becomes certain characters for the sake of the movie and so on. Those guys, they seem to be very talented. I give it to them. And can't ish on them or anything. Because yeah, if you look at what he did in the movie and what he learned, say he trained what for the next 6 months. He even like did some app training just to get the exact look of the character. That kind of dedication is like, yeah, and the guy was completely unrecognizable. I had no idea. I had no idea it was him in the movie, and I think that's what the director was going for. And I've always talked about like Matrix and how novel it is when you see characters in the movie, who are real life people and who train for 6 months for a role and they literally turn these people into killers and stuff. It's really amazing to see. That's kind of what he did for this movie. That was that was pretty much just it. It was pretty much it for the movie. It was that guy. It was the martial arts guy in the movie. And it's like there's nothing like he was that good in the movie that you don't even question like okay, like you don't ever question his skill set. That's how good he is or was in the movie. Like it was just that character in the movie. Like there's no dispute or it's not like oh he didn't do this well or no it was just everything about the movie was just so well done. Fight scenes were so well done. The initial fight scenes were a bit you know um kind of frenetic, but that's the idea. It's supposed to be a frenetic movie. So he was doing some really like crazy stuff in the movie and stuff, and yeah, the kill count in that movie must be insane. Hmm. Doesn't seem to be working. What's in straight lines? Alright, so it's my eraser. Go to my brush. So this is to help my steadiness. I selected that mode. I could have better straight lines. I just feel like doing better straight lines for this scene. I don't know. But it will help me with my straight lines. Yes, it's not actually selected for this one. So, up real. So, just a few test runs. Okay. Right, my issue now is that it won't let me come out of this. Escape. Nope. Hmm. Interesting. That's kind of what it's doing, so it's making my life interesting. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. Okay. I'm just trying to focus on what I'm doing here. Trying to make this work. I don't use this often, as you can tell. I'm a bit out of touch. Like I told you, it's good to read documentation of software so you know what each thing does and how it might be helpful to you on the line. And in the end, I will have to likely redo this. But my point of doing this now is to just give it a bit more form, have a general idea where I want to go with this. So, as I was saying with that boy Kills World movie, was a lot of fun to watch Skarsgård do his thing. I didn't know, I had no idea what Skarsgård in the movie was surreal. The guy could be so swallowed up in that role, and you'd have no way of knowing that it was him. You know, that's how good it was. But yeah, the movie was very straightforward. Not the most complex storyline on earth, but to be honest, I didn't see certain things coming at the end. The girl that had the helmet, I thought he would like her or something. I didn't know that that was actually his sister and stuff. It was very well done. Five things in the movie remind me of my own story. So you guys should go and look up the Job Milan saga on my website, which is on sale as an ebook. It's 4 chapters. It's an epic. So if you like Boy Kills World, you'll definitely like my novel. It's horror based and has a lot of really freaky stuff going on there. Writing since I was a kid, so you guys should give me a chance and see that you won't be disappointed. But yeah, so basically, the reason I bring this up because of the storyline. It would be a bit confusing, certain things that happened in the movie that I try to break down. Regarding the boy's friend, he had a kind of ghost friend that's supposed to be his sister. But towards the end of the movie, he kind of denied that ghost friend. I mean, think about example. Initially, when I thought about it, it's like, why did he deny her? You know, if he's like looking for his sister. You know, if he's like, yeah, he's looking, if he misses his family and stuff, you know. But like, he did that because he had some real people that were on his side that actually helped him achieve his goal. And when he saw that they were dead, that kind of like shocked him to reality. And that's when um, the shaman's programming started to break. Because prior to that time, shaman had been programming him to think that his family died at the hands of the ruling class, but he had no idea that he was actually part of the ruling class, and that the shaman was the one who was trying to make him kill his family. So, and he did a very good job of it. To be fair, you know. So yeah, he did a great job of that. He wiped out his family, with the exception to his his sister, who he had no inclination, but as soon as but at that very end, he was kind of weak, from all the bloodletting and all the fighting he'd been doing, and it was kind of at his wits' end. So, but prior to that time, he met the ghost girl, and he was like, "Who is this?" And they should let you know that the guy is very lucid, and it's not like he sees ghosts, but that also is a sign of the programming of the shaman. The shaman is the reason why he has that uh, proclivity to see ghosts, because the shaman was messing with him, messing with his mind. If the shaman was not messing with his mind, then he would not have been in that position where the girl would be in his head and whatnot, trying to tell him what to do. And if you notice, all through the series, so all through the movie, the girl did nothing. She did absolutely zero to help him. He was basically just taking up his time and endangering his life at the very least. So it basically means that that programming is something that was instituted in him. It's not part of him. It's not part. It's alien to him. So it's something that he was. It's not natural to him. So whatever the shaman was doing to him was something that he was, you know, putting into him to make him into something that he wasn't, to make him into an assassin first and foremost, and then to make him go against his own family. So fair play, his family is evil, right? His family did some really evil stuff, and they had this stuff they call the culling, where they go around killing perceived enemies. The biggest one of which is the shaman. Shaman is kind of like almost superhuman. He's with his abilities, and the fact he's able to program the kid should tell you that the guy is not, he's not a regular human being. So that's pretty much what he did, because the kid's family, his family killed his own family, so he was taking revenge. And rather than taking revenge on the kid, he decided to now do something worse, which is actually train the kid to actually kill his own family. It was brutal, and that programming was breaking down towards the end. And that's why he told the girl that that's not his sister. He knew deep down in his heart that that's not his sister, because the program was breaking down at that point. They didn't make it super super obvious that's what's going on, but that's what was going on. So yeah, he saw his actual friends who were actually helping him die, and he couldn't do anything to stop their death, and he felt helpless. And if you notice, he was at the end of his rope when he went up against his mom. And when his mom told him of everything, that obviously tied everything up for him. He already had his own stuff he was dealing with in that regard, that he knew deep down that what his mom was saying was true. And yeah, he had that inclination. He was doing that. So he was lost, because he knew that the shaman had lied to him, but he still loved the shaman, because at the end of the day, shaman was like a father figure to him, taught him everything he knew. And so having to go up against the shaman in the end was also kind of heartbreaking for him too, because if you notice, at every point in time when he fought the shaman, he wasn't trying to kill the shaman, he was trying to disable him. But the shaman kept forcing him, kept pushing the envelope, because the shaman obviously was there to make sure that the kid did what he asked, and possibly was also there to even kill him. Because yeah, he had no proclivities against killing his own perceived child, per se. And Yeah, and the shaman made his choice. The boy made his choice. So the boy was pretty much done when he saw his sister. But he knew that that was the reason why he wanted to keep living, not even for his mom. I think he knew deep down his mom was evil. That kind of like they had that love for each other, and that's the reason why he was able to keep fighting. Because at that point in time, he was pretty much done. He had nothing left. If you notice, I think it was more or less dying at that point. It was more or less dying. His body was shutting down from all the fighting he had to do. And then yeah, his sister motivated him to make the right choice because she herself had been on her own journey looking for him, and she never knew that he was right there the whole time in front of her. And the mother underestimated the heart they had for each other, and she thought she was going to just kill her brother. But the fact that she saw her mom say that meant that she knew that she had to kill her mom because her mom would not stop because she knows that her mom is not a very nice person. So she made the decision to decide to end her life, even if they wouldn't survive trying to leave that base. But at the very least, at least she had her brother. At least she saw him again, and so on, And she would do anything for him because when he showed her those signs, that hand sign that they used to do as a kid, that kind of brought back memories for her herself. And she knew that there's no way she's gonna let this guy die. There's no way she's gonna let this guy slip through her finger again. That's why she ended her mom's life because her mom had already crossed the line and said, uh, like, she already crossed the line and told her to do something that she should never have said, which is to kill her own blood, you know. But if everybody is fair game for you, it's one thing. But if your own blood is fair game, then what does that say about you? You know, but because the boy was doing the right thing, trying to stop them, trying to end their reign, and deep down she knew that he was on the right side. He wasn't on the wrong side. He was actually doing the right thing. So she had no scruples taking her mom's life because she knew that there's no way she's gonna let him walk out of the air alive. This is someone that she's been looking for her whole life. Somebody who she loved, somebody who loved her. And as you can tell, I love movies like that about familial love. I think the first kind of love that you experience in life is the love of your parents and the love of your siblings. It's very important. And when you have a sibling who actually appreciates you and treats you like a human being, I think it's very special. I think it's something that should be fought for. So yeah, so guys, get my novel. Get my novel, the Judgment Land Saga. You'll be surprised what's in there. You'll be surprised. It's a horror novel, but you'll be surprised. You never read anything like that before in your life, and you never will again. And enjoy it while it's here, guys. It's right on the website. Go on there, click right when you go to the website, you see books. Just click books, and it's right there to purchase. Just click to add to cart, and then you see in the cart, then you just click the cart button, and then go away. You add the details for your payments, and it's yours for personal reading. And yeah, you enjoy that story because that's a story, another story for you to enjoy in case you're lacking something stimulating, which it is. It's for adults, but yeah, like this movie I'm referring to is for adults. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna have a great time reading it. I've also got an album on there called The 12 Tribes of Yasharala, which is on yazat.me, yazart.me, that's my website name. You go on there, you can buy this album as well, give it a listen, and you can buy that too. 3 clicks for anything on the website, and it's yours for personal use. So, yeah, I have a lot of content on there for you guys, so feel free to go on there and peruse and browse around the site. Let me know what you think. Anything you think you want, let me know. If it's within my power to help you get it, then I will. My content, everything I have on offer is right there on the site for you. So feel free to go through and see what you want. So I didn't really intend to spend the whole time sketching this, but everything happens for a reason. I think this is like a whole different life now. I'm gonna check to see if it's streaming correctly. Yep, it looks like it is. It's caught up this time. I was fluffing around like it was before. So my apologies for that. But yeah, it didn't run away while here. And we hope that you guys are enjoying this presentation. I know I'm not like the best of the best in terms of like breaking down stuff, but that's my breakdown for that movie. The reason why he was angry at the girl, not angry, but the reason why he didn't want her around because he knew she wasn't real. And the shaman was trying to make her real. And he knew deep down that she wasn't real. He always knew she wasn't real. He always knew deep down who his sister was because love has a way of being around and, showing itself. But love is the truth, right? So you cannot fight against the truth. Truth will always show itself, always manifest. If you love somebody, really love that person, it's very hard to let go. You're not gonna just forget that person. That's what he was able to depict in that story, and I think he really pulled off what he was trying to do with that whole story. I think he did a great job with the director, and he should have gotten remunerated for it, right, from the box office. It is what it is. There's a lot of good movies out there. Don't always do very well, especially horror movies, because that's Boy Kills World is a kind of horror movie. Any movie that's 18 is a horror movie, if you ask me. Good example of this is RoboCop. That's a story for another day, though. But I don't like to recount that some movies, and that's one of them. All those movies are truly brutal, and you don't want to watching them willingly. I'm not the biggest fan of watching horror or reading horror, to be honest. I just happen to just come across certain things sometimes. I don't chase it. I don't look for it. Right. So I'm gonna use my pen, my brush again, and I'm gonna go through to fix certain things about this scene. I say I'm still yet to draw their faces because I have not gotten exactly what I want in terms of like their their look. We're getting there in the end, and it's closer to what I want. Okay, so just a note about the end fight in Boy Kills World, and they'll have like 4 minutes left. The end fight was pretty brutal. The girl, it may look like the girl was not really useful in that fight, but if you ask me, the girl actually softened the guy up a fair bit. If if the main character, the boy, had to face off against the shaman off the bat without her help, I think he would have died because he had no motivation and yeah, was weak in the earlier battles he had to face. But with the girl, she was motivated and even more motivated when he saw what it was doing to her. And he was like, he had to do something. He had to really, really find his strength. Otherwise, he knew what was going to happen. He knows the guy, right? He knows that shaman. And if you ask me, it's one of two things. Shaman is either better than him. The boy had to rise to that occasion to beat him, or the kid is actually better than the shaman. But he's always holding back against the shaman because he has that familiar connection to him in terms of him seeing him as his father. So there's no way you're gonna go whole hog against your own dad, right? That's how he saw him as his dad. So basically, yeah. So he's either of the two. Either the shaman was better than him, and the boy had to really dig deep to, beat him, or the boy was holding back because he didn't want to kill the shaman because the shaman was, but no, he was definitely holding back in the fight. But at one point, I think you could see the difference in fighting styles between the shaman. The shaman didn't obviously teach him everything, because you see what the guy was doing to him and how he was breaking both of them down. You know, that skill set that he was displaying, and that was like the killing style. You know, and he likely didn't teach the boy any of that stuff. He just taught him what he needed to, get the job done against everyone else. Because like the skill set he taught the boy would probably defeat 90% of people out there anyway. So why teach him all that extra stuff? Because he maybe knew that one day he would need it against him. That's why he kept it back. So yeah, so he took extra motivation from his young self to actually put that knife through the shaman's neck, because he had no will left to actually kill the shaman, because all the family he had died, and this was the last family member apart from his sister that remained. So he was reluctant, but the boy is like, nope, like this guy is the reason why you're here, because at the end of the day, both of your families did the wrong things, and both of your families paid the price, right? So he doesn't owe the shaman anything, and the shaman is trying to kill his sister, despite everything he tried to tell him. It's like, dude, he said everything's done. Like everyone is off, is over, right? The shaman wasn't having it because it's like, oh, if they killed his whole family, then they should kill all their family too, which is kind of pretty vindictive. So if you ask me, so the boy's like, come on, dude, he done everything he asked. So the boy didn't owe him anything, and the guy was still bloodthirsty. You can tell the guy is a bloodthirsty guy. Doesn't want to train a boy to kill his own family. Is that a normal human being that would do that? So clearly the guy is not human. So yeah, it's not surprising that he wanted every single person then, and likely the boy too. It wouldn't surprise me if he wanted to kill the boy as well, because the boy is also part of the family that killed his own family. You know, it's also a sign that like revenge. God is the one who should take revenge. That's why God knows the best way to take revenge. You take revenge, there's a cycle. Everyone, this person takes revenge, that person takes revenge, that person takes revenge, so on until cooler head prevail. Things will just go out, get out of control. Like if everybody was just kept reacting to every death that was meted out on them, there'll be no peace in the world. Having said that, there's some people that really deserve judgment, and that judgment is coming for them at some point, whether they like it or not. So yeah, my point is that God is the one who will meet at that judgment, and it's going to come. I'm not saying that judgment shouldn't reach people that deserve it. It should. That's where the law comes in. If you have the law, so you don't try to take things into your hands. But this whole movies, a lot of movies are about taking the law into your own hands and trying to, reenact justice your own way. And it's very nice to watch. It's nice to watch. But reality is that, it's also like gang violence. If one group of people do things and come after people, and another group comes after people, and they just keep exchanging, that role amongst themselves. Before you know it, there'll be nobody left alive, because everybody has been killed off because of revenge or one thing or the other. Because that spirit of revenge is never sated. That's why the devil loves war, because there's always that vengeful spirit there. There's always that, oh, let's go and kill these people back and stuff. Like if they kill one American soldier now, they want to go back and wipe out like 500 people. Like it just doesn't end. That's why the Iraq war and so that's why the war, in Israel and the war in Israel is raging. It's just a constant cycle of revenge. So it just doesn't end. So one has to say enough is enough. One has to hold that L. But in this life, at some point in time, one has to hold the L. And a lot of times nobody wants to hold the L because it makes you look like a loser and stuff. But at the end of the day, you get to live longer in the world. You never know if your cycle has ended in this world. And once you die, that's it. That's it. So it's really kind of poignant when you think about it. Cycle of revenge. And it's that's kind of what I pull from it. I wouldn't think about that before. I just thank God for that insight, to be able to understand certain things and the fertility of it, you know. All those kind of people, they end up in jail, end up killed anyway when you take revenge. What's the essence? In the old days, you had Barabbas, you had Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ would not tell people to do stuff like that. So they had a man that did it. And the people wanted that man to be released rather than Christ. So you show that people will always choose dysfunction over order, so people would rather choose, death rather than life. So it's kind of sad and surreal at the same time. But that's neither here nor there right now, because I'm done with this day's presentation. It's been fun. I really enjoyed being with you guys and talking with you guys, and I didn't expect things to go the way they did. I just thank God that things went well regardless, and I hope that this adds up to my previous stream, because I always stream for a set amount of time. For my stream, I had to cut off my stream to make sure that things were where they're supposed to be, and make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm doing, because I don't. If it freezes, then you guys are not getting the benefit of what I'm showing you guys. So apologies for that. And I hope that you guys have a great day, whatever you're doing. Those of you who found the time to join me today, I really appreciate it. Hope that you guys go about your day, or your night, or evening, and you guys have a great time wherever you are. Don't forget to visit my site, and it's a Yazat, which is yazart.me. You can go on there and you can buy my novels, horror novel, you can buy other books, you can buy merchandise on there, which has t-shirts, notebooks, phone cases, pens, all sorts of stuff. I also got stationery as well, beautifully designed stationery, which I'm sure you'd love. So feel free to go on there and peruse, browse around and see what you like. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope that you guys have yourselves a great day and you guys take it easy. This is Yazat as an author. Over and out. Ciao.